Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Mason here, back here with another stream. I am live, of course, with the usual guest on the Wrestling with Wrestling podcast. Jesse, how you doing, bro?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Of course, it's well, the afternoon, evening time here after Backlash. Of course, in Puerto Rico for the first time since 2005, a pay-per-view was held in Puerto Rico, and it was electric. Um, Quite electrified crowd, to be honest, which is great to see. But yeah, we're going to discuss all the matches, review the show, rate the matches. Yeah, so let's get straight into it. First match, of course, kicking off the night, it is Io Sky versus Bianca. Bianca Belair. So Bianca wins the match due to, due to Damage Control trying to help Io Sky, but
She was gonna win that anyways, man.
who, Bianca Belair? Yeah, I know.
You didn't honestly think Io was gonna win that match.
No, I know Io wasn't gonna win that,
Come
but
on,
I just want,
not in
I
the B
wanted her
show.
to win. I wanted her to win it so bad.
So what happened? What happened from you being kind of bored of Bianca to now you like "Bleh," when you see her? What?
It's not a fact. I don't know. I just don't think. I don't know. Right, listen. She's good in the ring, but her character itself, no, no. I was a joke anyway, but like, yeah, Bianca. Listen, it was a great match. There was a couple of botches that I was like, Bianca should have done better. With the power bomb, she nearly dropped Io Sky, and then there was there was one move where where Io Sky landed on her nose. It was quite brutal.
She pressed her. It was when she was doing the one
Yeah,
arm press.
yeah,
Yeah.
and something she landed on her nose. Um, Gladly she was all right. Gladly she didn't land on her neck, but.
Yeah.
Apart from that, it was a really good match, actually. Do you know what? This is the thing I like about Bianca. She puts on great matches. It's just I've said this so many times on our stream. Her character and her mic skills and her as a champion itself is just not compared to Rhea Ripley. She's not a believable champion in my opinion. Like, yeah, okay, she wins matches, but she's not good on the mic. She's a really soft champion. She smiles and
She's a baby
you got
face.
us. Nah, baby. Did you see what did you see Trish Stratus and who was a babyface and all that used to take shit and all that? No,
She's
I
also
don't.
did it. She also had to do it 18 years ago, where she
Who?
had to be tougher. Trish. When Trish was doing it, Trish had to be tougher. That was the whole thing. That
But
was
I
before the
just don't
women's
think she's been a
revolution.
good champion. I just don't. Well, I think she's been good in the ring. I'm talking about the feud she's had
I
and
mean,
everything. It's
let's
just
put
not
it.
been good.
I like Rhea Ripley a lot, but most of what she does is this.
Oh
And then
God.
she's like, "I'm your mommy." She's like, "I'm your mommy." Like, if we're gonna be honest here, see, I have the exact opposite opinion. I think actually Bianca's character is really fun, and exciting because she's a baby face. So next, you're gonna tell me that Seth laughs too much?
What are you on about? That doesn't laugh now. I'm joking. No,
Who,
I
Seth
listen.
Rollins?
I have respect for Bianca. Listen, in ring work, she's great. She has great matches.
I mean, I don't think that was one of her best matches. I don't think she tried as
No,
hard.
no, but it
Well, you
was.
know what?
I think it's more. I think it was
I
more
think she was
EO.
trying to put Io over. I think she was trying to make Io look better than.
Do you think EO should be a future champion though? After that
Well,
performance,
absolutely. I thought before she came to the main roster, she should
yeah.
have been on her own.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
because of
understand.
course,
I think they put her in a tag team because she might not have the
ready.
strongest English probably.
No, I
And
don't. I
so
think they just probably thought she weren't ready, but she was an NXT Women's Champ. I mean, she did beat Charlotte and
yeah.
Rhea in a triple threat match for the NXT Women's Champion.
I think they wanted her to like take the Oscar steps of like slowly build because not a lot of people watch NXT. I watch NXT, but not a lot of people do.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think they wanted her like Oscar. Like Oscar
And did
speaks
you did you
English.
did you see the
Yeah,
crowd? They were booing Bianca. They were literally wanting EO to win.
yeah, because I thought that Bianca made her look good. She was selling the. I think she was selling the arm so much that she got caught up in the moment, and that's why she dropped her.
But
But
that's
she
what I mean.
made
I
Io
do
look
like what I
really
do like
good.
watching Bianca's matches because she can put on good matches. It's just her mic skills and all that, hasn't been great. If she improves on that, I might start. I could start liking her, a character and all that. But I don't know. Maybe turn a heel or something. I want to see a heel. I want to see
And
if
now
she's
that
good.
I wouldn't mind. We can
Yeah,
agree on that. I wouldn't mind a heel because I
yeah.
do
So
prefer. Now that I'm older, I do prefer heel champions over
yeah,
babyface champions, because the problem with babyface champions is it's the journey. It's
it's yeah.
them trying to finally
It's really too cliche if you think
like
of
look at
it. It's
Paige,
like,
Hangman Page. Everyone wanted him to have that belt so much.
I thought you were talking about Page then, like
Oh,
wrestling Page.
Page here. No, like everybody wanted him to win the belt, and then it just
Yeah,
kind of fell away. Where heels, the reason why they're so exciting, like Roman Reigns, is because they do everything to hold on to the belt. Like even
yeah,
Rollins, now that he's a face, Rollins has kind of lost just a little bit of his edge for me because they have to be faces.
yeah. But
But yeah,
yeah,
so yeah,
it was a good
I don't
match.
think it was a. I don't think it was one of Bianca's best matches. I think it
Oh
was
no,
a great showing for Io though, and I
yeah, it's
think
great shit. It's a good
they
way
need
to
to
open
get
a
her away from
pay per
them
view.
too, or
Yeah,
at least Kai and Io need to get away from Bailey
yeah,
because
because
of
I think both of them got potential.
yeah.
I think Bailey's great. Don't get me wrong. I think Bailey's great, but I think if you look at that future, it's more Dakota and Io.
So, did you notice how like the WWE doesn't like people to have the same type of finishers? Yet Dakota and Zayn both have turnbuckle kicks. Like, how did they let that one slip?
I don't know. I don't notice that actually.
Yeah, because Dakota has that like where she like runs around and kicks you in the corner, and of course Zayn has got the haluva kick.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
But
think
yeah,
anyone. Well, you know, Vince doesn't pay attention to the women. You know that, so
yeah.
they can get away with a lot.
It was a good match though. I'll give them that. It was a good way to open.
It was a
But
good
yeah,
opening. Yeah,
what would you give it out of 10?
the match
Yeah,
8, 7.5. It was fine.
yeah. I'd give it some. I'll probably give it an 8. Edge it to an 8. I thought it was good. Good
I'm
way
not
to
gonna
open
fight you
it. It
on
was
that.
exciting, you know. But yeah. And next up was the match that everyone was not looking forward to. The one that had no build to it at all. It was just announced randomly on SmackDown. It had one promo. All the almost gang. Come on, all the almost gang. Rise up.
The
Come
Homo
on.
sapiens.
Yeah, almost sapiens. Come on. And Steph frickin' Rollins, 1-on-1. Um, of course, the problem with me in the UK is 1 o'clock. It is in the UK when the pay-per-view starts.
That's
And then
rough.
Steph Rollins' theme song play, and you're trying to not wake your mum up, but I still done it. So sorry, mum. But yeah, do you know what? For an almost match, that was actually decent.
That's
That's
you
probably
know
almost his best match ever in the company.
it's he's getting slowly better.
He
Like
is.
he had a decent match with Lashley. He had a pretty decent match with Brock, and now
Yeah.
he's had a decent match with Rollins. He's getting slightly better.
But this is
You know
what I
what
like about
though?
Rollins is he can just work with anyone and he can just put on a good
That's
match. It's
I
not
was
like
just about to say that. Like he could work with the broomstick, and he would get us at least 3 stars out of it. Like,
yeah.
he's just so
You know
good.
what? He's just so good. You know, I thought that for if you're not working with, let's say, almost who's not the talented, if you can get him to have a good match, you're doing something right. Like he's having good matches after good matches. Like I said this, the World Championship is gotta be it's either got to be Steph or someone else. I'm trying to think. I think mainly Steph is on that top to get that World Championship.
Yeah, I struggle to think of anybody else, honestly.
Yeah, I think
Especially
Steph.
especially when it sounds like Drew might not even come back. You know, like
No,
there's a
that's a shame
lot
about
of
that.
speculation. Oh my gosh, he'd be so good in AEW though. You imagine Drew McIntyre not having to do the WWE shtick and just getting to be just like violent. Oh, I hate to see him go,
Oh
but
God, here we go. Moxley and Drew McIntyre bleeding every week. No, I'm kidding. Well, Moxley does do
oh,
that.
we'll get to bleeding later though.
We'll get to that bit later. But
Yeah,
yeah, decent match actually. For it was a decent match. I thought the Kermstock counter though was pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
It was a good match, and it started off a bit slow, but then I think, like my brother said, the last 5 minutes he got better, and Yeah, it was a good match. I'll give
It
it
was a good
credit.
match. Yeah, I was
But
kind of surprised they didn't give Omos the victory. If I'm being honest with
no,
you,
I wasn't surprised. I knew
because
Rollins
Seth
was
could
going to
take a
win it.
loss. Seth has lost a lot. He could take a loss just fine. And Omos, if they're
But they
trying to
do
push
need to
him,
start. I'm going to have to say it. They do need to start if they want to make Omos this giant and feuding with big stars. You need him to at least win a couple of big
that's what
matches
I'm
because
saying. Yeah, I was
he's
surprised they
lost to
didn't have him
he's
win.
lost to Bobby, he's lost to Brock, and now he's lost to Rollins. That's 3 in a row. He needs to start winning.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, if you're gonna push him, he's got to
Yeah,
start winning. So yeah,
yeah. But yeah, what would you give it? What would you give it out of 10 for that match?
I think 7.
Yeah, I'd say 7. I wouldn't
Better
say
than
it's
I
up.
thought it would be, but like I didn't have high expectations. Like
No.
I didn't have high expectations,
Well,
and it
no, because there
didn't
was no
blow
build
me
up.
out of the water.
There was no build up, and it was just announced,
No,
so of course there was no build up.
Seth did the best he could. Did you see Seth online? He was like, when he saw the match was announced, he tweeted out like, "Okay," something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
man. But yeah, Steph was great. But yeah, future world championship, 100%. Next up, this was a match I was actually kind of looking forward to, low key. The triple threat match between Bronson Reed, Bobby Lashley, and Theory for the United States Championship.
can I be honest with you? This
Yeah,
match bore me. I don't know what it was.
really, I thought it
I
was
don't know if I
decent.
was getting tired. Like I like all 3 individually, but like I don't know. I just couldn't get invested into it.
Really,
Yeah, it was,
I thought it was actually decent. I don't think it was as good as the one that Theory, Lashley, and Rollins had at Survivor Series. That was a great triple threat match, but I thought it was for what it was. It was good. I think it was a bit too short, and they didn't have enough time. That I think that was kind of the problem. But I'll tell you what, Bronson Reed, man, I don't know why people don't give him no. He needs to do something to character maybe to help him, but he is a great in-ring performer for his size. He
yeah.
kind of reminds me of a Vader, Bam Bam Bigelow a bit. You know,
Him
he's,
and Otis should just go at it in a cage.
that would be a good match. But
Yeah.
Bronson Reed, he's very impressive though. But yeah, it was I thought it was all right for what it was. I don't think it was the worst match. There was
No, like
maybe
it
one.
wasn't bad. I just couldn't get invested. And like I said, I like all 3 individually, but in this match, for me, it just didn't do anything.
And it was the same. And I didn't like the finish because I thought it's the same finish as the Survivor Series. So like,
Yeah.
it was just like, yeah, that bit kind of annoyed me. But well, what would you give it? I'd give it 6.5, 7,
Yeah, same.
around that.
Like I said, it's not my fault. I mean, it's not the match's fault. I couldn't get into it. The match was
Yeah,
fine,
yeah. But yeah, and then next up, SmackDown Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley versus Zelina Vega,
Okay,
hometown
I gotta
girl.
jump in. So I've mentioned this to you before, but you might not remember. But I'm of Puerto Rican descent.
Yeah,
And I actually lived in Puerto Rico for a few years.
yeah,
So
you said that in the last stream, didn't you? Yeah,
yeah, so it was really exciting. In fact, I have my son's shirt. I don't think he wears this anymore, but we have a little shirt because that's where I'm from
yeah,
in Puerto Rico. Actually, and then
yeah,
where Bad Bunny and where Damian Priest are from, my
yeah.
father's side is not that far away. So it was really special in a different kind of way. Like just watching all that and just seeing like the crowd was great, And
Yeah, the crowds are
I
brilliant.
always have to laugh because WWE, they get to play these rules like not all Hispanic people are Latinos, but for the sense of the Latin world order, I like how for the one night they changed the colors from red, white, and green to red, white, and blue. That was pretty fun.
Yeah,
And
yeah, it's because it's in Puerto Rico, isn't it?
yeah, and then I love seeing Selena Vega. Like no one, everyone knew she was not going to win that match.
No,
But
everyone knew
actually,
she weren't going to
is
win.
it just me or was that one of her best matches in WWE?
Oh yeah, because yeah, of course that was
Like
her best match.
she's used for her face. She's a
Yeah,
face, like she's used for her
manager.
aesthetics. Yeah, she's not really been much of a wrestler.
She's only
She's had
I think
moments.
she's tag team matches with Andrade and all that.
Yeah,
She's
I
had
thought
some
she brought
Royal
it,
Rumble.
man. I don't know about you. I thought she brought
She's
it.
not. She didn't do too bad. I don't think it was a great match.
Rhea helped
think,
her out a lot, though. Rhea made her look. Rhea gave her some moments to shine.
yeah,
But what was the point of the outfits for the Judgment Day? Was there something I was missing? Her and Damien, they both had that white and black. Was that like a a thing I didn't catch, or was that just for the night because it's Puerto
Dominic was
Rico?
wearing it too. Dominic too, when he was wearing it when he came
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah. Like, what was it?
I think it did have something to do with Puerto Rico because yeah, I
It
think it
looked
did.
good. Like the white and black looked good. Like I told you, I'm getting kind of
If
over Judgment
I had
Day.
this in my head, if I was ever in Judgment Day, I'd wear like because I would wear shorts. I would never wear trunks ever. I'd wear like shorts up to my knee, white, and then like purple flames on it because the Judgment Day are purple.
Okay, John Cena. No.
How much
How does Santino say it? John Cena.
John Cena? Wait, does
John
John Cena do
Cena.
that? What shorts? Oh yeah, because John
The
Cena wear it.
jorts. The jorts. But
Shorts.
the match was all right. Like it was what it was gonna be.
Yeah, I wasn't too hyped for it to be honest. But
Rhea
like,
got the booze and no one boos Rhea
but she did it
against one
very well
punch.
though. She was
Yeah,
edging the
she
crowd, so I'll give her that.
absolutely. And it was all about the moment. Like it was, because I don't know if I'm sure you heard the story. Zelina Vega's father passed away in the
Yeah.
9/11 attack. And she became a wrestler because of his love for it. So to see that she got the hometown pop, it was really nice. So I think we could say
Yeah.
that it was nice,
Yeah.
especially since she was supposed to wrestle at the 9/11 tribute show, and they cut her out because of time. So they at least gave her this because they had a 9/11 show in New York. I think 2021 to honor like the my gosh, the 20-year anniversary. That's
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I can't believe it's been 20 years. But yeah, so
Yeah.
it was nice. It was nice. I thought she looked phenomenal. I loved all the motifs of the Puerto Rican flag. One thing you know about the Puerto Rican culture, we wave around that flag a lot. like
Yeah.
like they weren't
quite a lot.
overdoing it.
I saw a lot of Puerto Rico flags,
Oh,
which is
they
nice.
weren't overdoing it for that night. That's how Puerto Rican culture is. They wave
Yeah.
around the flag a lot.
Well, that's a cool thing, though. That's a cool thing.
Yeah.
Cool
But yeah,
thing.
so that was
yeah, it's cool.
6.5.
I'd
It did what
say
it needed to do.
6. Yeah, I think it was more of a hometown feel match, but for what it was decent.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah. But next up, this is the match that should have main evented. Bad Bunny versus Damien Priest.
Well, it was wasn't it co-main events or some crap like that?
Me and my mates, we have a group chat.
I don't even know what that means. Like, how do you co-main event? Like,
yeah, that's what we were saying in the group chat. In the group I am in with my mates. What is it? How is it a co-main event? Because it's not really a double main event because they weren't.
Wasn't there a match in between those two matches?
Yeah, it was the Bloodline versus Sammy KO in Riddle. So we'll get to that afterwards.
I don't know. But it was you know why?
This was phenomenal.
Because
phenomenal.
they booked themselves into a corner. You can't have something like Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar not be the last match. But if you're gonna have Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico, that's got to be your main attraction. And I think they just shot themselves in the foot, and they were like, they're all the main event, like.
Yeah, but it was honestly, I was hyped for it because I know Bad Bunny's really good, and I know Damien Priest is phenomenal. But it was absolutely brilliant. Credit to Bad Bunny. I always say this: Bad Bunny is brilliant. He takes bumps and takes it and sells it very well. Yes. He sold it very well, and he was just brilliant, absolutely brilliant again. And then Rey Mysterio the Judgment Day comes out. Rey Mysterio comes out. All of a sudden, Carlito comes out. I went nuts.
Lost it. So
I lost it.
I didn't get him when I was younger. I just thought he was an idiot. Like I didn't get the whole like dumb heel kind of shtick, like silly heel kind of shtick.
Yeah.
But then I got back and I watched him, and I'm like, this guy is really funny. And when he came out, I haven't seen him because me, I stopped watching wrestling for a long time. I didn't know he got so jacked.
He came back, and to be fair, he did come back a couple of years in the Rumble. I don't know if
that's what I meant. Like I wasn't watching at that time. It was like so like to see him, and I was like, I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
He did play that bit.
I went nuts, and then when Vega came out, I was gone. You could tell my voice is kind of hoarse because I was like yelling and screaming yesterday.
I couldn't yell, but I'm surprised I didn't wake up my mum with the Carlita bit, because when Carlita came out, I was like, what? I jumped off
All
the
the
bed.
thing was,
I was thinking
how did they not have the only thing that bummed me out a little bit was
Primo.
how they didn't have Primo and
Oh,
Epico. I
that's
would
what
have,
I said. I was like, maybe Primo and Epico
dude,
would have been cool.
I'd have gone insane. But that's just because it was good enough. Like, don't get me wrong.
It was.
That match was really just for the spectacle of it all, and I thought they pulled it off pretty well.
Honestly, I think it's probably one of my top 3 best favorite matches of the year.
I know that Bunny is known for the Destroyer, but he should have pinned him off of that broken arrow or that Falcon arrow, whatever they call it. Like, the fact that he got Damian Priest up for that move was really impressive. Like, Damian's got like what 4 inches on him.
I said it to my friend Christian Miracle. Obviously, everyone knows who he is. He's a big YouTuber. He has said Gunther should have faced Priest, and I said, yeah, for the IC champion.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say,
no, not in the future.
Well, they're all on Raw now.
Yeah, when they take the title off Gunther, I want Priest to take it, because Priest is just fantastic. I think Priest has got to have another shot. He won the US champion.
I'm over the Judgment Day. I think they're all better solo, personally. Like, at least keep Dom and Rhea together. But the other, I think Finn is better than a Judgment Day, and I think Damian is better than a Judgment Day. I'm over it personally.
Yeah, but I think it's been a good group. I can't say it's been a flop, because I think I wish they did something with Edge. I can't lie, because I think they kind of like split it a bit too early, and honestly, it was a shame.
It's funny. Every time I see them beat him up, I always think about that meme from SpongeBob. It's like, how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Yeah, but yeah, it was a great match though. Honestly, I was enjoyable.
It was my best match of the night, but that's because I'm biased. That's because of all the people that were there.
Not biased. It was definitely match of the night, 100%. I honestly, I'm telling you now, I'm giving it a 10.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue.
I'm gonna give it a 10. I've just said I think it's my third favorite. It's my third or second favorite match of the year. I can't lie. I don't know which one though. I think it's just behind Cody and Roman, because I think Rhea Charlotte is number 1. But yeah, I still think it's a fun match. And then next up, we've got the what would you give it? 10? Did you say 10?
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Yeah. Next up, the Bloodline versus Sami Zayn and Riddle for the 100,000th time. Okay, listen. I love the storyline, but it's getting the matches are getting way too far. There's too much matches.
They're just too predictable to me.
Well, I don't know. I didn't know it was gonna. I thought personally we were gonna make Sami, KO, and Riddle were gonna win, because I thought, well, they got the tag team champions. I thought they don't want to make him look weak.
The minute I saw Riddle, I'm like, Riddle's getting pinned. Like this, when Riddle first got involved 3 weeks ago, I'm like, when they have this big match, Riddle's gonna eat that pin. They're gonna try to keep the other guys strong. KO, that dude is gonna he loves taking shots to the back of the head. That hit he took onto the steps looked so nasty, and he just does that all the time.
Yeah.
But for me, I just felt like it was very predictable. I knew that Solo was going to get sick of Jay and Jimmy, and that they were going to almost crack until the last second when they
I can't lie. It was a good moment, though. It was a good moment.
I like Solo, and I like the fact that Solo's kind of like, you could see, like, I think in my opinion, I think at SummerSlam, Jay and Jimmy are going to be dumped out, and Solo is going to be the right-hand man now. Yeah. And I think that's going to be Survivor Series will be the fractured bloodline, something like that is what I'm predicting.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That'll be good.
It was fine. It's really good competitors. Like, I can't
it could be so much more.
I can't stand Riddle's character. I miss Riddle in NXT. Riddle in NXT was good. Like, he just wasn't. He was still kind of goofy, but he wasn't an idiot. Like, there's times when I don't even understand how Riddle gets out of his front door. That's the character they gave him. Yeah, Ron Killings does it best. R-Truth does it the best. Like, he plays a dummy, but really funny. When he called Grayson Waller English, I was cracking up because Grayson Waller was getting so mad, but like Riddle's just not that good of an actor. I miss when Riddle was just kind of a badass.
I miss Riddle with Randy. I've missed the Arcade Bro.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but that was
he's just not. He's lost it since Randy.
Randy. That's because Randy's naturally very charismatic, and so like it just kind of washes off onto Riddle, you know.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was. For what it was all right. I'd probably give it. 6.
I don't think there was many. I don't think there was many like poor matches. You know, I think
I think this was a strong pay-per-view.
Yeah, I think it was
because I don't think it was a bad match.
Fun, you know, done well.
For what it was for more of the non-biggest pay-per-view
for a B show, it was decent.
For a B show, it was really. I think it was good actually. And of course we got another pay-per-view. Next month we've got not next month. This month we've got Night of Champions, so we get 2.
Is that in May too?
Yep.
I totally slept on that. That's in Saudi Arabia, right?
Yep, May the 27th.
Holy crap! I totally didn't even pay attention.
That will be that for you guys in the USA. That'll be about 12 or 1 o'clock because it's Saudi Arabia time in the.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about that.
I'm happy with that because that means I can get some sleep.
Yeah, it'll be about what 6 p.m. for you guys.
I think the same thing will be for the UK. It's got to be 5 o'clock for us because if you think of it, how the hell are they going to do it live at 12 o'clock for the UK time when technically it's going to be 1 o'clock in the morning if they do the pay-per-view in London, if you get what I mean. Like, they're going to have to do it in the afternoon.
AEW?
No, WWE, because they're going to O2, and they for Money in
the
Bank.
Oh, you mean for Money in the Bank?
Yeah, next month.
Oh, yeah, they're going to do that at probably 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah, for us, because if it's going to be 1 o'clock in the morning.
No. It'll be an early show. It'll be late morning in America, for sure. Yeah.
Because they can't do that physically. Like you can't.
But you know how WWE treats foreign lands as kooky, silly lands. So the normal rules don't exist out there. You know how they do it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. We've got to bloody stay up for that. But nah. They've got. I like America. Listen, America. There has been some good American crowds, but they've got to go around the world. They've got to start.
No, it shows you. Canada, Puerto Rico. I mean, yes, Puerto Rico is an American territory, but we know what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Canada, Puerto Rico, the UK. Those the crowd in Puerto Rico was on fire last night.
Puerto Rico was fire. Toronto was fire. Clash of Castle was fire. Wales was fire. You know what? I said this. Next month, you watch, it's going to be fire because England's just come up with the. We're just weird. We're just weird in general, and we just come up with these crazy, the weirdest and funniest chants, and the pop. We're just electric, for wrestling. And to be fair, we've been waiting. Came up.
Was that Norwich yesterday when they were the chant during the coronation? Was it Norwich when they were like, "You can shove your coronation, you can shove your coronation"?
Yeah.
Was that Norwich? Because it was I was trying to look at the stadium and it was a lot of green, so I was like, that looks like Canary Road. But anyways, if there's a place to go get a good chant, it's the UK. I feel.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it. But
you know what? Oh, you know what they should do? If Money in the Bank, right? LA Knight, right? LA Knight. He comes out. You know who he should say? I believe that I will win. I believe that I will win. And then he goes, yeah. Oh, come on. I will go crazy.
The crowd will literally, I think the crowd will turn on him and about 5 seconds later, they'll be like, nah, get this prick off us. Get him out.
Oh, my gosh. I'm going to crack up laughing so much. Anyways, no, it was a decent show. Decent show for sure. So, would we give that, what were we talking about? What match?
The Bloodline.
Yeah, 7.
7.
Good quality. I just found it so predictable, but I think
they need to stop doing this.
This show was about surprises. I think it was about moments. This show is about moments,
which is a good thing.
Yeah. Well, not over the storyline. Not.
Yeah, well, you need
not at WrestleMania. Not at WrestleMania where you're supposed to finish the story. Don't get me started.
Yeah, we'll go over that. We'll go over that. But yeah. Next up, speaking of the story guy, it is the story man himself, Cody Rhodes versus Rocky Cowboy Undertaker Lesnar.
You
I'm gonna
know,
call him. I'm
the
gonna call
worst
him
thing is he didn't
Brock
call him
Taker.
Cody. One time he didn't go Cody, just like
Did he
he's
say
been Bobby. I wish he Cody.
Did he say Cody? Cody.
Cody. No, but
Uh,
I mean, I thought the match was fine.
for what it
It's
was fine. It was
yeah,
far. It was faster than I thought it was gonna be. But when he started doing
it's
suplex, I was
Brock.
like,
Brock doesn't work by the hour. He's in and out guy. Like,
yeah.
what do you think?
I know Brock is capable of a good match, though. This is the annoying bit because I watched matches with like he had in the modern era, like with Cena, CM Punk, AJ Styles at Survivor Series, Daniel Bryan, Rollins and Cena in the triple threat match, Taker.
I
He's
think
capable, and Samoa Joe,
I think
and the SummerSlam Fatal Five match. He is capable of a really good match, and he can fast pace and all that. I just wish he was like, you know,
I don't think it could be that the styles don't clash well. Maybe
I
like,
don't know, but I thought Cody could have met. I don't know. I thought Brock was really good with people like Cody and all that. Like,
do you think
but
he bladed? A lot of people online are saying that he bladed.
it's tough to say because his cut was right there. Normally,
Yeah,
when
because
they cut, it goes right
a lot of
here.
people say that it's when he wiped his hand like that, like he hit the turnbuckle, then he wiped his hand, then he started bleeding. I was like, I don't think that was the case. I do think he got cut legitimately, but
Yeah,
I could
my dad was
see
saying he was like the cut was right there because he was saying people cut like there. I was thinking
around the
that. I was
bridge.
thinking,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
safer. It's safer right here because of all the cartilage you have.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
No,
it
I
was
mean,
just
I don't
like,
think he did. Personally, I don't think he bladed. I
no,
do
I don't
think
think he did.
I do think that was, as the wrestlers say, I think that was a shoot. But yeah, I mean,
They couldn't
the
stop the match because they had no time. They had no time.
it was another of what I expected, but it doesn't have to be a bad thing all the time. I thought it was
No, no.
fun. I like seeing, and this is gonna sound weird, but the blood really added a visceral aspect to that.
Listen.
Like
I
he
know we all complain. I know
Brock
people
was
complain
red
about,
anyways.
but I know people complain about Moxley and all that. The reason why we complain about Moxley is because he does it every single time in his matches. With WWE, we haven't had blood since I think Roman and freaking Lesnar in WrestleMania 34.
It's definitely far less frequent for sure.
It's a rare occasion, so of course we get more sight in WWE because WWE fans get more sighted, or wrestling fans in general,
Did you see
because it's
everyone
WWE.
pointing out the referee? He was hilarious. Did you see him? He like he got in close. I think he broke up something, and then he like very quickly put on gloves, and the look he had on his face was he's like, "Ew, I'm not touching this." Everyone online was like having so much fun with that. Not to blame him. I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to be touching anyone's blood. But yeah,
Well,
it
no,
was funny.
because you don't know what the hell they've done or what they've been, or
I mean,
Brock Lesnar has already admitted he's you know, loved his
dude,
wife,
he works with cattle all day long.
and he works with, and he's a hunter. He's a bloody hunter. He hunts his mooses and all that. He's a
Could you
cowboy.
imagine if you're walking in the woods in Minnesota or wherever he lives in, and you turn the corner and you just see Brock Lesnar just sitting on a rock with the shotgun?
I'd be like, right, Brock, how you doing? Nice to see
He's
you
like,
killing some animals. It's good to see you.
he'd be
I
like,
thought you,
boom! Oh, I thought you were a deer.
I'd be like, oh,
Like,
I ain't a deer. Thanks for shooting me.
oh, yeah, right. No, but
Oh dear.
no, I don't think anything, like you said, nothing was bad this show. It was all fun. I think Bad Bunny and Damian Priest brought the house down. This match, I'll give it another 7.
Yeah, I'll
It
give it a
was
7.
fine. It was exactly what I thought it would be. I even knew that they would have a fluky finish. I thought it was gonna be like some kind of disqualification, but the fact that he used the submission against Brock and pinned him that way, I was like, yeah, that's they have to keep Brock strong. and
Yeah.
Cody had to win that match. If they're gonna continue the story, and probably have him win at SummerSlam or whoever or whatever, I just feel I was like I saw that happening very similarly, and that's not necessarily a bad thing though.
Yeah. So, but no, it was. In terms of pay-per-view ratings, I'd give it an 8. I think it was, or an 8.5 between that.
Yeah,
It was as great. I wasn't, to be honest, this pay-per-view, I wasn't too hyped for it, but I thought it could be good. But I didn't think it was going to be as good. I think it was better than I thought it was going to be, and
same.
it
Yeah,
delivered. It delivered.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was excited because it was in Puerto Rico. I'm biased, obviously, and
I can't believe Puerto Rico. I can't believe that they did for SmackDown yesterday. I can't for Friday. I couldn't believe they done a different stage. They did the ramp. I thought they were going to put the normal
yeah,
SmackDown thing, but they put the ramp. I thought, oh, it's a bit different, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
but that's the thing about I hate about rest WWE pay-per-views, like outside and in outdoors, like SummerSlam and all that. They put these ramps on, and there's no pyro, so the pyro goes on the where the lights are.
Where the
It's
lights are,
really
yeah.
horrible. Yeah, it's horrible. I wish
Like
they
someone like it
customize it
really
a bit more.
compromises like Cody Rhodes' thing.
Yeah, it's just not good. It just
Yeah.
doesn't look good. But anyway, great pay-per-view. Night of Champions will be on 27th. I think we'll hopefully be reviewing it because it will be on a Sunday. So we'll probably review that. Of course, we always try and review every pay-per-view. Of
Really
course.
quickly, what did you think about the draft?
It could have been better, but it could have been worse. I did like how they brought Legends out. To be honest, I like the Legends bit where they brought Legends out. But it's great to see some NXT superstars come into the roster.
Yeah, what do you think about the fact that they should have kept? Is it just me, or did they make a mistake in how they drafted Bianca and Rhea? Because now they're on
They
opposite shows. Like they've been making a big deal about Bianca being the longest reigning Raw Women's Champion, and now she's just gonna have to give that up. Like that's how her reign ends. Like I know you're not a
yeah,
big fan about her being champion. I get that, but
yeah.
how her reign is gonna end is with the swap. Like is that me? Like that feels weak sauce. And like, do you expect Rhea Ripley to just hand her the belt in the ring, going, "Here you go"? It's Rhea Ripley. She's gonna lick it or some shit. Like, oh, sorry, I shouldn't swear. But like, I don't know.
That's
I feel
right.
like I feel like that was a mistake, personally.
Yeah, I think it was. Unless they're planning to take it off, which I doubt it, because they can't. I'm not. I don't think they're going to take Rhea's belt off because she's only just got it, ain't she? So
She only just got. That would be colossally bad.
I would be so pissed off because I wanted Rhea to win it so
Hey,
badly.
you ever heard of the clothing company real quick, Volcom?
No,
I don't know if that's
actually,
just an American thing.
I've never seen English people. We just wear like Nike and all that. That's all I see people wear.
When we get out of when we log off, look up Volcom. That's exactly how I thought Damien or Judgment Day looked like. Like I was like, Andrea, my wife, I was like, is that Volcom? And she's like, yeah, that looks like Volcom. So when we log off, check that out.
Yeah, will do. But yeah, good pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Better than I thought it was going to be. I'm looking forward to Night of Champions. I hope it's going to be a good pay-per-view.
Me too, because I'm old and I get to nap afterwards. So yay.
I get to go sleep early. Yay. I'm tired as it is. I've had like 4 hours, guys. You get 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
Here
No,
in
I
the
hear
UK.
you. It's rough.
It's
But we
mad. I'm
should
so
log off
glad.
soon. United is gonna kick off soon, man.
I don't talk about the lineup. I was kicking off when I saw the lineup. When I saw Weghorst, I was like, oh my god, my nan can run faster than him. She's 70.
Yeah, I didn't see that yet. That's a bummer.
Yeah, Weghorst starting, and Manatee is starting over Delot. So yeah, we're
I
gonna
thought you
lose.
called him Manatee. I was like,
No,
damn,
Malice.
Mason.
Who's Manatee?
That's what I thought you said. I was like, damn,
No,
Mason, that's
I said
harsh.
Malacia.
Yeah, I was like, geez, man,
No,
that's mean.
Malacia. No, Malacia. But anyway,
All right, well, yeah, great show. Good show.
great show,
Fun.
and yeah, we'll see you for Night of Champions review in a bit.